Morning DCE, myself, Dr. Vijayalakshmi R, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Mathematics, Maharani Science College for Women, Bengaluru. In this session, we shall discuss about the kernel of homomorphism. That is, we shall discuss the definition and the properties, problems related to kernel of homomorphism. So, what is homomorphism? In the previous section, we have defined what is homomorphism, properties, and examples. So, I'm mapping F from G to G dash, where G is a group with binary operation dot, and G dash is a binary operation with star. If it's satisfied, f of G1 dot G2 is equal to f of G1 star f of G2, then we say f is a homomorphism. So now to define kernel of homomorphism, let f from G to G dash be a homomorphism from the group G into G dash. E dash is the identity of G dash. It is the identity element. The subset K of G defined by K is set of all A which belongs to G such that f of A is equal to E dash is called the kernel of homomorphism F and is denoted by ker F. So about this kernel, what we can say is kernel is a subset of G. This kernel consists of A belongs to G, that is the elements in the domain G such that its image f of A is equal to identity element of the codomain G dash. So this is the definition for kernel of homomorphism. Here in this definition we have taken G dash is the codomain. So we say that E dash is the identity element of G dash. Now we shall see how to find the kernel. Some examples. So consider the homomorphism f from C star to C star defined by f of A plus ib is equal to A minus ib for all A plus ib belongs to C. So here we have considered the mapping f from C star to C star. C star is the multiplicative group of all non-zero complex numbers. And the mapping is defined by f of A plus ib is equal to A minus ib for all complex numbers A plus ib belonging to C. So now what we can say about this is f of A plus ib is equal to A minus ib means A minus ib is the conjugate of A plus ib. So this is how the mapping is defined. Now in this example they have given f is homomorphism. So it is enough only if we find the kernel. So we apply the definition of kernel. Kernel f is set of all x which belongs to C star such that f of x is equal to E dash. Now here in this problem, domain, codomain both are same. So set of all x which belongs to C star such that f of x is equal to identity of the codomain. But here domain, codomain both are same. So this is E dash, that is 1. And here the elements belonging to the domain, that is C star, are complex numbers and they are of the form A plus IB. So set of all A plus IB such that f of A plus IB is equal to 1. And here we substitute the value for f of A plus IB. So this is set of all A plus IB such that A minus IB is equal to 1. Now 1 also we can express in as a complex number. We can write this as 1 plus I into 0. The imaginary part is 0 here. So we can write 1 is equal to 1 plus I into 0. Therefore, set of all A plus IB such that A minus IB is equal to 1 plus I into 0. Equate the real and imaginary parts. From that we get A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. Therefore, kernel F is set of all A plus IB such that A is 1, B is 0, or this is set of all 1. So kernel F consists of singleton set consisting of only element 1. So in this problem, that is in this example, we have considered the definition of kernel and corresponding set we have applied. Coming to the next example, consider the homomorphism f from r star to r defined by f of x is equal to log x to base 10. Here r plus is the additive group of all real numbers. So additive group means identity element is 0. And apply the definition of kernel f. So here also they are given mapping F is homomorphism, so it is enough only if we find only the kernel F. The kernel F is set of all x which belongs to R star such that f of x is equal to identity element of the codomain. Here codomain is R with addition, so 0 is the identity element. Now, so this is kernel F is set of all x which belongs to R star such that f of x is log x to base 10. So log x to base 10 is equal to 0. So this is set of all x which belongs to R star such that, so when log x is, we know that log 1 is 0. So we get a set of all x which belongs to R star such that x is 1. So kernel consists of again 1. Here log x to base 10 is equal to 0 means we have to find the value of x. We have to substitute the value of x for which log of that quantity will be equal to 0. Log 1 is 0. Or we can take exponential base on both sides. E raised to log x to base 10 is equal to e power 0. So we get e power 0 is 1. Exponential logarithm or inverse operations, what we get is x is e power 0 or x is equal to 1. So here kernel consists of element 1. Now we shall prove these theorems related to kernel of homomorphism. That is the properties. Let f from G to G dash be homomorphism from the group G into G dash with kernel K, then K is a normal subgroup of G. So here what they are given is f is a mapping from G to G dash is a homomorphism and the kernel, it has the kernel K. Now from this we have to show that K is a normal subgroup of G. So then since they are given f is a homomorphism, it implies that f from G to G dash, the mapping satisfies f of a dot b is equal to f of a star f of b, where dot is the binary operation for the domain set and star is the binary operation for the codomain set G dash. Then kernel F, this just now we have defined what is kernel F. The kernel F is set of all x which belongs to the domain such that f of x is equal to identity element of the codomain. Now, in this theorem, we have to show that K is a normal subgroup of G. We shall first show that K is a subgroup of G and then show that K is normal in G. Then we have to see how K will be subgroup. From the definition of kernel F, what we can say is K is a subset of G. So K is subset of G. Then to show that K is a subgroup, we have to show that if you take any two elements A, B belonging to K, we have to show that A, B inverse belongs to the kernel. So what we have is we have E f of E is equal to E dash, where E and E dash are the identities of G and G dash respectively. Hence E belongs to K. Therefore K is non-empty. So we have shown that at least the identity element will be in the kernel. Hence kernel is non-empty. Now we shall take two elements in K. Let A comma B belongs to K. Then for E belonging to K, we have f of E is E dash. So when AB belongs to K, then we can write f of A is equal to E dash and f of B is equal to E dash. So consider f of A dot B inverse. Since it is given f is a homomorphism, we can write f of A dot B inverse as equal to f of A dot f of B inverse. And this f of B inverse can be written as f of B whole inverse. F of A is E dash, f of B is E dash. So we get E dash dot E dash inverse. Or inverse of an identity element is itself. So we get E dash dot E dash, that is equal to E dash. Hence A dot B inverse belongs to K. Hence K is a subgroup of G. Then we have to show that it is normal. That is, it is a normal subgroup. So we take K is subgroup of G, and to show that K is normal in G, we shall show that G inverse belongs to K. For every G belongs to G, K belongs to K. This is one of the definition of normal subgroup. So consider f of G inverse. Since f is a homomorphism, we can write f of G inverse as f of G dot f of K, f of G inverse. But f of K is an element belonging to K. So f of K can be replaced by E dash. Therefore, this is equal to f of G dot E dash dot f of G inverse. Since G dash belongs to E dash belongs to G dash, f of G also belongs to G dash. Therefore, f of G dot E dash is equal to f of G. So we get f of G dot f of G inverse. Again, f is a homomorphism, we can replace f of G dot f of G inverse as f of G dot G inverse. G is an element of group G. So its inverse G inverse exists, and G dot G inverse is equal to E. Therefore, we get this is f of G dot G inverse is equal to f of E, that is equal to E dash. So this implies G inverse belongs to K. For all G belongs to G, K belongs to K. In this theorem, we have, by taking F is a homomorphism with kernel K, we have shown that K is a normal subgroup of G. For that, we have used the first we have shown that it is subgroup. Then we have, using the definition of normal subgroup, we have shown that it is a normal subgroup of G. And we have also used the definition of homomorphism, definition of kernel. Second theorem, let f from G to G dash be a homomorphism from the group G into G dash with kernel K. Then f is 1 to 1 if and only if K is set of all E, where E is the identity element of G. So here in this theorem, what is given is f from G to G dash is a homomorphism from group G into G dash with kernel K. So if f is 1 to 1, by assuming that f is 1 to 1, we have to show that this kernel K consists of only identity element E. Conversely, suppose this K consists of identity element E, we have to show that f is 1 to 1. So basically, this f is a homomorphism. Homomorphism is f is a mapping from G to G dash, where G and G dash are two groups. Suppose the dot is the binary operation of G and star is the binary operation of G dash. And then it has to satisfy f of G1 dot G2 is equal to f of G1 star f of G2. Kernel definition is set of all x which belongs to the domain set G such that f of x is equal to the identity element of G dash. Now we shall prove this. So we shall assume let f from G to G dash be 1 to 1. That is 1 to 1 means f of x1 is equal to f of x2 implies x1 is equal to x2. That is, if the images of two elements are equal, then it implies the elements are themselves equal. Now we are assuming this and we show this kernel consists of only the identity element E. So let A belongs to K. Then f of A is equal to E dash, where E dash is the identity element of G dash. But E is an element of G, E dash is element of G dash. So under the mapping F, we can say that f of E is equal to E dash. So we can say f of A is equal to f of E. But F is 1 to 1. A is also element of G, E is also element of G. So 1 to 1 property is satisfied. So f of A is equal to f of E implies A is equal to E. A is equal to E means the kernel consists of this identity element E. Conversely, let this kernel K V equal to set of all E, that is kernel consists of int element E. Then we have to show that F is 1 to 1. So let f of A is equal to f of B. Now post multiply by f of B inverse on both sides. So we get f of A dot f of B inverse is equal to f of B dot f of B whole inverse. This is equal to f of A dot B inverse, that is equal to E dash. Here f of B inverse is the inverse of f of B. So the element multiplied by its inverse gives the identity element. But f of B and f of B inverse, they are elements of G dash. So for G dash, the identity element is E dash. Hence, left hand side we have applied the property of homomorphism, that is f of A dot f of B inverse is f of AB inverse. Hence, f of AB inverse is equal to E dash. E dash is nothing but f of E. So we get f of AB inverse is equal to f of E. AB inverse is equal to E. Now post multiplied by B on both sides, that is A dot B inverse into B is equal to E dot B. Now A, B, they are elements, A, B, E, they are elements of the group G. So associative property holds. You can write this as A dot B inverse B as A dot B inverse B. So this will be B dot B inverse is E. Hence we get B dot B inverse is E. So we get A is equal to B. By taking f of A is equal to f of B, we have got A is equal to B. So this implies f is 1 to 1. So in this theorem, by in the first part, by assuming that f is 1 to 1, we have shown that kernel consists of only the identity element E. Conversely, by assuming that let kernel K consists of identity element E, we have shown that f is 1 to 1. And here we have applied the definition of homomorphism and used the basic properties like post multiplication, pre-multiplication of the element. There is a corollary. A homomorphism F from group G onto the group G dash is isomorphism if and only if kernel F is equal to the singleton E. What is in the statement, what they have given is a homomorphism F from the group G onto the group G dash. So the word onto is used, hence the mapping F is onto. And it is already a homomorphism. So to be an isomorphism, homomorphism plus bijective function. Homomorphism and onto is already there in the statement. And another thing what it is given is the kernel F is equal to E. In the previous theorem, we have shown that kernel F is equal to E implies F is 1 to 1. So it is F is a homomorphism onto and 1 1, hence F is a isomorphism. Next theorem, let G be a group and H be a normal subgroup of G. Then G by H is a homomorphic image of G into G dash with kernel H. So here the mapping has to be defined from G to G by H. So here G is a group, H is normal subgroup of G. G by H is a homomorphic image of G into G dash with H as its kernel. So we shall define a mapping from G onto G by H and show that the mapping is homomorphism with H as its kernel. So here we have got the set G by H. G by H is the quotient group which consists of cosets. So G by H is set of all HA such that A belongs to G. So this is the set GH. Now define the mapping F from G to G by H by. So in the domain G consists of elements, G by H consists of cosets. So the mapping is defined like F of x is equal to Hx for all x belongs to G. Now we have to show that F is a homomorphism. So the mapping is well defined and is onto. Now we shall apply the definition and show that F is a homomorphism. Consider F of x dot G. F of x is Hx. So consider two elements in G, x, y. Therefore, F of x is Hx, F of y will be Hy. F of x dot y is Hxy. Then F of x is Hx, F of y is Hy. So left hand side what we have got is Hxy. Right hand side we have got is Hx dot Hy. Again Hx dot Hy is Hxy. Therefore F is a homomorphism. Then we have to find what is the kernel of F. Kernel F is set of all, definition of kernel F is set of all x which belongs to domain. So here it is G. Such that F of x is equal to identity of G by H. The identity of the quotient group G by H is H. So kernel F is set of all x which belongs to G such that Hx is equal to H. Since Hx is equal to H implies if and only if x belongs to H. Therefore, kernel F is set of all x which belongs to G such that x belongs to H. This implies kernel F is equal to H. So we have shown that F is a homomorphism and we have shown that kernel F is H. The mapping F defined above is called a natural homomorphism or canonical homomorphism from G into G dash. That is, the homomorphism from G to G by H is called natural homomorphism. So in this session, we have defined what is kernel of homomorphism. So kernel of homomorphism is set of all x which belongs to. So if F is a mapping from G to G dash and is a homomorphism, kernel F is set of all x which belongs to G such that F of x is equal to the identity element of G dash. Then we have proved theorems regarding kernel of homomorphism and we have taken up some examples to find what is the kernel. And in these theorems, we have come across quotient group. That is, we have defined a homomorphism from G to the quotient group G by H and found what is its kernel. And in one of the result, we have shown that the mapping F is 1 to 1 if and only if kernel F consists of only the identity element E. We shall see some exercise problems. Which of the following maps are homomorphism? If the map is a homomorphism, find its kernel. So from this, another thing what we have to remember is only when the mapping defined is a homomorphism, then only we have to find the kernel of its kernel. So first we have to check whether the mapping is a homomorphism, then proceed to find whether it is a what is the kernel. The first problem, f from z comma plus 2 to z comma plus defined by f of x is equal to 2x for all x belongs to z. So here the mapping is from the set of integers z with the binary operation addition to the set of even integers with the binary operation addition. The mapping is defined by f of x is equal to 2x. So first we shall check whether f is a homomorphism. So take any two integers, that is let xy belongs to z. F of x is equal to 2x. F of y is equal to 2y. Consider f of x plus y. F of x plus y is equal to 2 into x plus y, that is 2x plus 2y. And f of x plus f of y is again 2x plus 2y. Hence, the mapping is homomorphism. Now we have to find the kernel. From the definition, kernel f is set of all x which belongs to the domain, that is z, such that f of, if you take an integer x belongs to z, then kernel f is set of all x which belongs to z such that f of x is equal to 2x, such that f of x is equal to the identity of the codomain. Here, codomain has the binary operation addition, so identity element is 0, so f of x is equal to 0. So kernel f is set of all x which belongs to z such that f of x is equal to 0. So this implies kernel f is set of all x which belongs to z such that 2x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 0. So the kernel consists of set of all x which belongs to z such that x is equal to 0, or the kernel f consists of the set consisting of the identity element 0. Kernel f is equal to set consisting of 0. Second problem, f is a mapping from q dot to q star. We defined by f of x is equal to e power x for all x belongs to R, where q star is the set of all non-zero rational numbers. So both sides the binary operation is dot only, that is multiplication. Now first we have to check whether f is a homomorphism. So take any two rationals xy, f of x is e power x, f of y is e power y. So f of x dot y, f of x dot y is e power x dot y. Then on the right hand side, it is f of x dot f of y, that is e power x dot e power y. So basically it is not a homomorphism. Hence, there is no need to find the kernel. Coming to the third problem, f from r comma plus to r comma plus defined by f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. So here both the domain, codomain are the same set with the same binary operation addition. First we shall check for whether it is a homomorphism. So f, consider two real numbers xy, f of x will be equal to e power x, it is 3x plus 1, f of y is equal to 3y plus 1, f of x plus y is equal to 3 into x plus y plus 1. So f of x plus y is 3x plus 3y plus 1. F of x is 3x plus 1, f of y is 3x plus 1. The left hand side will be f of x plus y, f of x plus y will be equal to 3x plus 3y plus 1. Right hand side, f of x plus f of y, so it will be 3x plus 3y plus 2. So LHS is not equal to RHS. Hence, the defined mapping f from R plus to R plus is not a homomorphism. So it is not a homomorphism. Hence, there is no need to find the kernel of homomorphism. So in the second example, in the set of rationals, suppose in the domain set we have addition plus. That is, if f is a mapping from q comma plus to q star comma dot, then it will be, we shall check whether it is a homomorphism. Then f of x plus y will be equal to e power x plus y. E power x plus y is e power x into e power y. And right hand side, f of x dot f of y will be equal to e power x dot e power y, then it will be a homomorphism. So about the kernel, kernel f is set of all x which belongs to q such that f of x is equal to 1, because in codomain the binary operation is multiplication, identity element is 1. So kernel f is set of all x which belongs to q such that e power x is equal to 1. Then set of all x which belongs to q such that e power x is equal to 1 can be written as e power 0. So kernel consists of the set consisting of singleton 0. So here first basically we have to check whether the mapping is a homomorphism. That is, if f is a mapping from g comma dot to g dash comma star, we have to check whether f of g1 dot g2 is equal to f of g1 star f of g2, where g1 g2 are elements of group G. Only when this is satisfied we say f is a homomorphism, and again it depends on the binary operation defined in the group. Then regarding the kernel f is set of all x which belongs to the domain set G such that f of x is equal to identity of G dash. And for isomorphism, in one problem we have told that for isomorphism it has to be homomorphism 1 to 1 and on to. For 1 to 1, we can also, instead of proving f of a is equal to f of b implies a is equal to b, we can also find the kernel. And if kernel consists of the identity element E, then using the result of the theorem, that is mapping f is 1 to 1 if and only if kernel f is equal to set consisting of identity element E, we can show that it is an isomorphism. So in this session, we have defined what is meant by kernel of homomorphism. We have taken up some examples. We have taken some problems and some that is problems, and we have proved some theorems, that is results on kernel of homomorphism. And finally, we have given some 3 exercise problems. So in these problems, mainly we have to check whether f is a homomorphism first, depending on what the binary operation is given in the domain and codomain set, and then we have to find the kernel by applying the definition of kernel of homomorphism. And in this session, in the theorems, we have used the quotient group also, and we have used normal group, the relation between quotient group, and that is we have defined the mapping from group G into the quotient group G dash, and we have shown that it is a homomorphism. This type of homomorphism is known as natural homomorphism or canonical homomorphism. These are some references for further study.